Hello, everybody. Hi, hey guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. That's a James Brown song reference, just in case if you wasn't sure. But to reiterate, I am back. Hey everybody, it is so good to be back with you all on today's and this week's Tuesday tip at 2. um Hopefully many of you do follow my social media and saw that I didn't just leave you guys just for the sake of leaving you, but I was away on vacay, as I like to say. I was away on vacation. I did a family vacation, and took a week away to enjoy some sun. I'm all even. I got a little tan and everything, and so it was fantastic. We had a blast. My husband and my 3 kids, we had a blast. So I'm coming back with some new hair. I had so much fun. I ain't got no nails. Coming back with a new lip. Come on. And so I'm ready to go. I'm recharged. It definitely helped me, in all actuality. Taking the vacation has helped me to jumpstart just wanting to finish the last, not even half of the year, but the last leg of the year strong. So I'm excited. I'm excited about doing some new and different things. And yeah, so but let's get into it. Let's go on and get into it. For those who don't know, it is me, Danielle J. Mitchell, your up and coming queen of real estate, and I'm here for today's and this week's Tuesday tip at 2. I service the Pennsylvania. I'm licensed in Pennsylvania, and I service the Philadelphia and surrounding suburbs. And I absolutely enjoy doing real estate and all it encompasses. And I also love talking about real estate and all it encompasses. So you know what to do. I need you to subscribe. I need you to share. I need you to do what it says up there. Subscribe, like, share, comment, please. All that good stuff. I read the comments, I like them, I do all the rest stuff. So let's get into today's topic. Today's topic, we're talking about, again, still continuing in this Myth Busters series. I'm still continuing in it because it's so many. Like when I think I've this is done, this is the last of it. It's always a different angle or just something new that I find out there regarding just certain myths. So today we're talking about the myth of I don't need no home inspection, right? As I've been talking about all the time, this climate of real estate being a seller's market for the last few years, and especially it has turned up. The heat has turned up on it being a seller's market. Now, what data is showing that it is slowing down, right? It is slowing down a bit. Not that slow, but it's starting to balance out just a bit more, which is good. Um, but what was happening at the height of just the crazy market where people were waiving inspection contingencies, and I say this all the time, and that may be fine to waive the inspection contingency, but even if I advise a buyer, my client, to waive the inspection contingency, I always say get an inspection. Get an inspection. If you waive the contingency or not, now let's, backtrack just in case you're new to the channel. But if you are, great, make sure to subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I've talked about inspection contingencies before, but let's review it real quick again. Inspection contingency is you get a certain amount of days, to get an inspection, number one. to have one done on the property that you're under contract for. And then you have a certain amount of days to go ahead and request and negotiate changes or repairs, should I say, not changes, but repairs. I don't want to say changes because people might think, hey, I want a different paint color. It's no, that's not how that works. But if something is broken or needs to be fixed, well, that would imply the same thing, right? Whatever the case, repaired or replaced, that's better. If something needs to be repaired or replaced, then you have a window to do what's called a buyer's reply to inspection, which is pretty much an addendum stating what you would like repaired or replaced within the property, right? And so at that time, the seller can either agree to do what's on your list, agree to do some of the things on your list, agree to do some of the things, but then maybe give your a credit towards the other stuff, agree to do none of the things and just give you a credit, agree to do none of the things at all, and be like, sucks for you. Or at both, and it goes both ways. Both parties at that time have the opportunity to walk away from the deal. Okay. So I wanted to preface it with that. So a lot of times people will waive the contingency, saying that, hey, I'm getting an inspection done, but I'm getting it done for what I always put in, for informational purposes only, right? And so what's great about that is, at the end of the day, and oftentimes I will say, people will still keep a contingency of, hey, if something terribly, something huge happens with the inspection, a lot of times the seller will still do it. But if it's like the small stuff, like, ooh, replace, um, what's kind of a small thing? Um, what's a good small thing? Like a light bulb. Like, that's a good small thing. A light bulb's not working, right? So stuff like that. It's really helpful when a seller can say, hey, we can, you don't have to necessarily rate the contingency, but we're going to let you know up front. Essentially, it's almost like an as is sell. Like, we're not going to do much of anything, or we'll do whatever is a major repair. Now, you can put verbiage in a contract that says, hey, if it comes out that the job is over $5,000, then we'll do whatever, we'll cover whatever's 5,000 and up, or something like that. So it's always different ways to negotiate that part. But in general, what was happening at the height of the pandemic and all that other stuff, where people were waiving inspection contingencies, but also not doing inspections, which is crazy. I would never advise my client, even if we waive the inspection contingency, to not get an inspection done. Why? Because it tells you about the house. It tells you what's going on. It tells you and lets you know what you're walking into. Now, an inspection is not going to pick up every single thing going on with the house. No. But it gives you a real idea as to what's going on. So, yeah, if you have like a little couple projects, a little small things to do going into the house, at least right? You have a very clear view. It helps you to learn about a house in general, right? Like, hey, this kind of water heater you have here, it has probably 10 more years of life in it. Or this one, hey, it's about to go out in maybe a year or two. It's on its last leg. So just keep that in mind. Understanding those things can help you prepare as a homeowner, right? So I'm going to go into just some reasons why you should get a home inspection. It provides out, right? So again, like I said before, if a lot of times if something too big comes up, even if you waive the contingency, or you can kind of have that contingency in place, like, hey, if something just crazy comes up, then I'm going to back out of the deal, as opposed to try to make you do repairs. It's a safety issue, right? A home inspection can detect safety issues like radon, carbon monoxide, mold, all of those different things. Reveals illegal additions or installations. It provides protection. right? So, like I said, even if you're buying something as is and all that other stuff, it provides a sense of protection, right? It's a negotiating tool that talked about, if you're doing it on top of it, along with have an inspection contingency in your contract. Again, it can help forecast future costs. It can let you know, hey, I know that I need to put away, I want to say a water heater costs 1,000 or less. I need to put away that X amount of dollars, because I know this water heater is pretty much on its last leg. I'm not going to be surprised in 2 months or 2 years when this water heater, goes kaput, right? It could determine deal breakers. Again, it gives you an out to walk away. um, it helps you to learn to protect your investment, right? The home inspector is a valuable educational resource that you know about the home, how to maintain it, right? And helping you save thousands of dollars. I remember when I got my own personal home inspection, my home inspector let me know what to put in the garbage disposal and what not to. Okay. I mean, small stuff like that is, it can save you. And garbage disposals a lot of times are one of the first things to just act up, right? Because you putting anything and everything in there, or too much things, or the wrong thing, it gets in there. So it was great that he let me know, hey, even the stuff that you think are supposed to go in there, you want to steer clear from, carrots from being in your garbage disposal, right? Because it's the hairs, it's fibrous, that kind of thing. Okay. Number 9 reveals the big picture in regards to the house, right? I have you understand the nuances, and people fall in love with the property and the decor if it's staged. I always tell my clients, look past the decor, look past what's shiny, what's bright, look past all that stuff and see the bare bones, right? See the bare bones of the house and try to envision yourself in it. Now, for some people, it's harder than others, but I've seen houses that were staged immaculately, right? But I'm not looking at none of that decor. I'm looking at the walls. I'm looking at how lopsided and janky the caulking is. I'm looking at everything else, and I'm like, I know you like what you see, but look at this over here, right? Um, and also, lastly, you would just want to make sure that you understand what you're getting into, right? When buying a home, it is buyer beware. Okay, it is buyer beware. But you want to know what you're being aware of, beware of, if that makes sense. But you want to have a very clear understanding. What am I getting into? What's going on? And that doesn't mean that it's not going to be surprises with the home. Like I said, it doesn't mean that inspections are 100% foolproof, because they're you can't go behind walls as an inspector, right? There are certain things that you're not going to be able to see as an inspector, right? But getting it done gives you, again, an idea, a good overview on your home that you are purchasing and that you will live in for a while. All right. So I hope that helps you guys out. Listen, I need you to go down here, boom, to book.djmrealtyco.com. Again, book.djmrealtyco.com, and schedule a buyer consultation, a seller consultation. And listen, let's get it going. Let's get you started on your home selling or buying journey. All right. Thank you guys for joining me again. Remember, there's no place like home, no place like home buying. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.